Hi, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, a place where you're going to learn plain and simple how to read the minds of others through their body language and how they communicate non-verbally, especially in regards to how you put yourself out into the world and the signals you subconsciously send to others, revealing your true intentions and your true feelings. If you enjoy the lesson, I would recommend you click like, subscribe, and potentially even leave a comment if you have any thoughts. Without further ado, we're going to get into it. So, I referenced this in prior videos, only momentarily though, and this is how the brain and the body are interlinked. So the brain creates the subconscious behavior in the physiology of an individual, and that's how we can read through body language. We can read what the brain really feels through the real-time reaction it has through the body. Now on the flip side, with them emotions and feelings being linked and anchored to them particular, body contortions and gestures and so forth, what we can do is actually create our own feelings and emotions through creating the appropriate body language and behavior we want to through our physiology. So such as the brain creates how the body is, the body can also create how the brain is, okay? So the gestures and the emotions are directly linked to each other. So if you feel defensive, you're likely to cross your arms, right? Yet, even if you weren't defensive and you crossed your arms, such as you might want to do right now, you may start to begin to experience defensive feelings and be a little less receptive. So if you did do that, I'd recommend that you uncross your arms and leave them by your side. And that's also a benefit as to why I also ask, if there's one thing you do change regarding your own posturing, never cross your arms, because you're not only asking to put others off of you, but to also be less receptive to the message and the information you have there before you. Okay? When we speak with open palm gestures, so the palm gesture is linked with honesty, linked with openness, linked with submissiveness, okay, linked with a lack of threat to the opposing party. So when we speak more oftenly with open palm gestures, or communicate more so with open palm gestures, our tendency to tell untruths diminishes. People find it hard to lie with their palms exposed because of this particular law of cause and effect, the interlinking and the anchoring of the brain and the body. If you want to be more confident, you can expose your torso, your chest, and stand bolder with a more territorial stance perhaps. Although, I'm not going to lie, it will come with its own troubles, as when you are feeling potentially threatened in a social environment where you need that confidence to actually create the open space and start engaging in that manner, at the first part is going to feel very uncomfortable, because your brain's going to have some degree of pullback on you doing so, thinking, why are we exposing ourselves like this? I don't want you to do that. But as you do it and you stay within that position, your brain will start to contort. And suddenly you'll feel a lot more confident than you initially did. And people will perceive you like that, okay? We mirror each other. On a subconscious basis, we pay attention to people and those whom we communicate with, and if we build some sort of rapport with them, we move in flow with them, and we mirror them and their actions, and we become two as one. So if you create this open, positive, confident space, those around you are gonna, by default in communication, take on that state of mind and that receptiveness as well. So you will create a character as to which is admirable and makes others feel good, purely through putting yourself through, this potentially awkward change in your physiology, which only will last momentarily. People state that when you smile, even when you're feeling down, it's very hard to not conjure more positive, uplifting thoughts. So if you're listening now and you just want to, it might feel a bit weird, but if you just want to put a smile on your face, I'm going to do so now. Already I feel a rush, a light to my head. It brings me up, it uplifts me somewhat. Okay? So, to re-clarify, and just to really, really, really dial it in, it's the cause and effect, the physiology and the psychology interlinks. Okay? Stand open, stand receptive, and you'll be successful in your communications, as opposed to if you were slouching, defensive, potentially going the way your subconscious mind wanted you to be. So if you ever pay attention to the fact you're fidgeting or you're concealing yourself due to a potential threat in your nearby environment, clock onto that and think, okay, well, I know how my brain's reacting, but how about I fight against that primitive side of me? The more dominant human in me is going to consciously act against it. I'm going to open up and I'm going to feel better for it. And you will do. Your brain will treat you for that, and the people around you will treat you different for that, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. The lesson of cause and effect. If you did, click like, click subscribe, leave a comment. Goodbye.